What happened on that day?
On that day, Jerry got a call from the business partner that they should meet.
Is this a known business partner?
Very known.
Okay. Okay.
My brother knows. You've seen them.
Okay.
So can you imagine how trauma he saw everything? And where they drove there, Jerry was not with his bodyguards that day.
Right.
Yeah.
Welcome to In Case You Missed It. In this episode, we take a closer look at the mysterious disappearance of Pretoria businessman, farmer, entrepreneur Jerry Boshoga. His name made headlines around March when the news of his kidnapping first broke, prompting desperate pleas from his family and widespread media coverage as they called on the public for help in securing his safe return. On November 18th, Jerry met a business partner in Royal Centurion. His little brother drove him there. He promised to be back in about 10 minutes or so, but he never returned. When his brother tried calling him, his phone went straight to voicemail, and that's when the panic set in. A couple of hours later, Jerry's wife received a ransom call that Jerry had been kidnapped. Let's take a look at Jerry's sister's account of events on that fateful day. In her own words, she opened up about the pain, confusion, and fear in an emotional interview on the Within with Hazel podcast.
On the day of Jerry's abduction,
Yes.
it's reported that he was driving with your brother, Dumi.
Yes.
Is Dumi his driver?
No.
What happened on that day?
On that day, Jerry got a call from the business partner that they should meet.
Is this a known business partner?
Very known.
Okay. Okay.
My brother knows. You've seen them.
Okay.
So can you imagine how trauma he saw everything? And where they drove there, Jerry was not with his bodyguards that day.
Right.
Yeah. Crazy. That's actually insane. He wasn't. He's like, you know what, Demi, please can you just drive me quickly to Centurion? Let me just meet with this business partner. They got there. Jerry got out of the car. Demi's back here. He got out of the car. They spoke maybe like for 5 minutes. Jerry got inside the car.
Inside the bakkie.
The bakkie, just to let Demi know that, listen, I'm just rushing quickly down the road. My business partner wants to show me some new building where we're going to be doing a new project for the business. I'll be back. Just give me 10 minutes. Demi's like, okay, sure. That was it. The rest is history. Demi called the wife after like 30 minutes or an hour. So I was like, hey, happy I've been waiting for Jerry. Jerry's not here. What's up? Haven't you had a call? The phone is off. The wife's like, no, not yet. Why, what's up? It's like, hey, since I the phone off, it's unlike him. After 5 minutes, the lady calls the wife, calls
Dumi.
Yes. Jerry fatong phone in. Arbam kidnappile. Yes. Jerry, after that, no, sorry, my bad. Pardon me. Demi got the call after she's spoken to the wife. Wanna go hi? Happy Bantir. Ben kidnappile.
Jerry calls Dumi.
That was it. After that, the rest is history. That's when the money.
There's a few things that stood out to me from the clip. First, we learned that Jerry usually moves with bodyguards, according to what the sister says, which is a precaution common for high-profile businessmen. But on that particular day, the sister states that he wasn't accompanied by the bodyguards. Instead, his younger brother drove him to the meeting. That detail alone is suspicious to me. It suggests this meeting may have felt safe, familiar even. And makes one wonder, did someone close to him suggest he leave the security behind? Could it be that he trusted the person he was meeting so much that he didn't see the need for protection? The second issue is the ransom. Jerry is described as a businessman, farmer, and entrepreneur, someone with influence, but reportedly not with the kind of money that makes a ransom easily payable. As we saw in the Cutting Edge documentary, on the clips that were shared, he was begging and pleading with his family, his father-in-law and his wife, to try and put together this money. I mean, if he had this money lying in his account, wouldn't it have been easier for him to just tell them what to do, what the passwords were and the pins were, and he could just easily make that transfer? So why the security in the first place if he's not a high-profile businessman or a businessman that's worth that much? Was the security just a show of power? Or did he genuinely feel threatened even before the kidnapping? Which brings me to the next big question. Was perhaps Jerry entangled with the wrong crowd? Was this a calculated betrayal from someone inside his circle? Or just simply a tragic misjudgment of character? Maybe he sent out the perception that he was worth a lot when in actual fact he wasn't, which is why people thought they would make that kind of money from him if they were to kidnap him and ask for the ransom.
But I'm part-time. I work for my dad. Go to Mamelodi. And then I manage the farms as well. My dad's farm as well. Camel Drift West to go out the BSA.
Initially, I couldn't help but feel uneasy when I was listening to this part of the podcast. I felt perhaps the sister was being too open in terms of the family's background. She does mention the father's businesses in Mamelodi. She mentions the farms, and she mentions the privileged life she and her siblings enjoyed while growing up. And to me, that felt a little bit risky, because in a situation as delicate as a kidnapping, such revelations could be dangerous. What if the kidnappers were watching? What if that kind of information only convinced them that the family could afford a higher ransom, therefore prolonging Jerry's suffering, or even worse? But then again, I thought about it and I thought maybe it doesn't matter, because if whoever kidnapped Jerry is close to the family, then they would already know this information, hence the kidnapping. And if that's true, then nothing said in the interview would have been new news to them. In fact, maybe the sister's words were not only meant for the public, maybe they were subtle messages she was sending to whoever kidnapped their brother. Either way, it's a haunting reminder of how complex and delicate a situation like this really is.
And somebody close to Jerry.
Of course it is.
Basically, Jerry was betrayed. He was set up, and you know.
It's a personal vendetta, actually. It is. And it's so insane that we know him, like, because he was like a brother to us. You know, how can you do this? How can you betray us like this?
Yeah.
You know, how can you put us in so much trauma?
I get messages that Jerry's best friend, Cat Vusi Matlala, is the one who's involved in this kidnapping. And I feel so bad, and it hurt me so much that I know Vusi. I've met Vusi. I know Vusi Matlala's wife. I was once sitting at the same table having lunch with Vusi Matlala's wife. If that is the case, Vusi, can you be so cruel? Can you be so cruel? And take Jerry.
The family says he is a business associate and a friend of Vusi Cat Matlala.
Jerry's sister reveals that she knows the businessman Jerry was meant to meet that day, the very last person the younger brother saw him with. According to her, this was no stranger, but someone who was like a brother to them, someone deeply embedded in the family's circle of trust. And then comes the mother's chilling admission. Word on the street is Vusi Matlala is involved in Jerry's kidnapping, allegedly. Yes, Vusi Matlala, a man Jerry once called his best friend, a man whose wife once had lunch with Jerry's mother, which begs the question, if your best friend is known for shady or even dangerous business dealings and you still choose to go into business with him, what does that say about you? Was Jerry unaware of the danger, or did he think he could control it? Online, things get even darker. There's a growing list circulating across social media, a list of Vusi's alleged former business partners and close acquaintances. The common thread, they're either dead, missing, or barely survived attempts on their lives. Is it just a coincidence that wherever Vusi goes, a trail of blood seems to follow? It's hard not to wonder, was Jerry the next name on a deadly list? For more context, do check out my previous video where I broke down the story of Vusi Matlala and his wife, their businesses, controversies, and the string of violent incidents that surround them. Speculation aside, the facts are chilling. Two best friends, one behind bars, the other missing. Vusi Matlala sits in jail, awaiting trial for an alleged attempt on Tebogo Thobejane's life. Meanwhile, Jerry Boshoga has been missing since the 18th of November 2024. Disturbing videos believed to show Jerry in captivity and subjected to horrific treatment have surfaced online. These graphic clips circulated on various social media platforms paint a harrowing picture of what he may be enduring. One can only imagine the agony he and his loved ones are going through. For those who've seen the footage, it's a nightmare that haunts. For the rest of us, we hold on to hope that Jerry will return home safely, hope that justice will one day be served.